In today's video, we're recreating some outfits from my own closet. I introduced beauty to this channel and we talk about the art of becoming. I show you what I did this week in New York City, and I show you some fabulous finds. So today we're going to recreate some outfits from Pinterest, and we haven't done this in a very long time simply because it is very time consuming to do it the way that I usually do it. But when I was trying to get some outfits together for the fall outfits, some everyday outfits, I decided maybe I should do this with the things that I already have in my closet. Why we usually do this a bit differently, it's still the same idea of using your D.E.T and doing what is good for you and really using what's in your closet to get a similar look without having to go and buy a whole bunch of other things. So while I was trying to collect these outfits and get an idea of what I needed in my closet this fall and winter, I went to Pinterest, sometimes that I do, and we talked about that before, and I found that I had a very clean type of look, which we spoke about before, so I didn't find it. I rediscovered that I love blazers and I love clean lines and I love mostly neutrals, even though I do love color. So when I went to kind of get some ideas, a few things stuck out to me, and I want to see if I can recreate what I have with a few things that I just pulled from my closet. So the very first outfit that I saw that I said I have to recreate is, again, very clean, very classic, and it has minimal colors. I believe her suit might be navy blue, the shorts. I can't really tell because there's a bit of a filter on it, but I did want to use my D.E.T, and if you're new here, D.E.T is simply, when you want to recreate outfits, a tool that you use to recreate the outfit that is not exactly the outfit that you see, but something that could work for you. So the details in the outfit, the essentials you need to recreate the outfit, and then the tweaks you make to make the outfit work for you. So when I saw this outfit and I knew that I wanted to recreate it, I knew that the details that I liked, which I usually don't like, that there's a bit of matchy-matchiness going on here, right? There is a sandwich method that really works for me in this instance. I also love that it is shorts and a suit. If you're not new here, I love suiting, even though this is definitely different because everything is oversized here. I love the fact that I have on a blazer, right? I also love boots. I love knee-high boots. I always have, whether I was wearing a bright pink pair or a more toned down neutral pair like I do now, I've always loved a knee-high boot. And then the essentials that I believe that I need to recreate this look was some type of blazer, boots that I need, and perhaps figure out a way to do the sandwich method, even though I don't think I quite have something like that. And then, of course, we're going to tweak a little bit to make sure that it works for me, and we shall see how this works. So I don't have a navy blue suit, short suit, but I do have a black blazer and a pair of black shorts. The blazer is oversized. The shorts are a little longer than the picture, but we're going to make it work. I also don't have the boot shirt combination to complete the sandwich method. I do have this bag from J. Crew and these very closely matching boots also from J. Crew. So I feel like I should be able to get something very, very similar. Okay, so I used my D.E.T the best I could, right? But you could see the similarities, right? It's like a short suit situation. We still have neutral colors. It's the matchy-matchy with the bag and the boots, right? So it's not exactly, but it's giving a very similar vibe. Maybe rolling up the sleeves a little bit. You could play with that a little bit, maybe not, you know, maybe like this, you know what I'm saying? Just play with it a little bit. And though it's not exactly the same, it gives a similar vibe. And I didn't have to go and buy a whole bunch of new things. The outfit doesn't have to be an exact match. In fact, you want it to seem more like you. So another item that I saw often when I was perusing through Pinterest is this beautiful Kate cardigan that I have been looking at for probably a year and a half, 2 years now, right? And I almost bought it. which is crazy because it's not inexpensive, until I ran into this beautiful cardigan that I have spoken about before. And when you look on Pinterest, there are some really simple ways that people are styling this cardigan, whether it be with black pants, whether it is with a mini skirt. It's just a really beautiful statement, especially the way that it is shaped. So when I came upon this picture, I thought it was beautiful. It's not overly styled. It's really good if you have a certain type of job. I think that it is quite minimal. You could always dress this up with some really beautiful jewelry and some funky shoes. For the sake of using my D.E.T and trying to recreate this outfit, we're going to keep it very simple. And I think that it's a great option for a day at work, depending on what your job is. So I don't have that cape cardigan, but I do have this beautiful option from Almina Concept that we talked about. I don't have those gray pants, but I do have some gray barrel leg pants that I got from ASOS last year, 2 years ago. I don't have that white totem top, but I do have a white tank top. And I don't have the Margot. I do have this beautiful brown Menu Atelier bag that will kind of give us the same type of vibe. So let me try it on and see if it works. And although this is not perfect, it is very similar to what is in the picture and what I have in my closet. This is the closest dupe to that Kate cardigan that I have seen. If you're not a fan of barrel pants, that's fine too. I'm sure you have a pair of gray straight leg pants in your closet. I've showed you these ankle boots several times from Sam Edelman. And then my bag, this beautiful, beautiful Manu Atelier bag. It's very similar, not exactly the same, but I used my D.E.T and I think it worked out. There are actually other dupes to this cardigan if this cardigan still costs too much for you. This just happens to be the best dupe. I will leave some other dupes. One is from Quince, which I have, which are just as beautiful and a little less expensive. And then this last outfit or type of outfit is pretty much seen everywhere on my Pinterest board. It is a long pair of shorts or culottes with some over-the-knee boots and a beautiful top, whether it's a blazer or a sweater or whatever it is. I love the long leather pair of shorts, which I don't have. I also love the fact that when you wear these culottes with a pair of over-the-knee boots, no skin showing, and I love that look. I also love that it's very easy thing to put together and to wear. You just need the right thing. So like I said, the details I love is the leather and the over-the-knee boot. And for me, I feel like the essential is the leather. It doesn't necessarily have to be leather in the culottes, but I want leather someplace in this outfit. Then I was kind of go back and forth with, should it be a sweater, a cardigan, or should it be some type of blazer? So like I said, I don't have leather culottes, but I do have these culottes that I recently got from Nordstrom's for like 50 or 30. They're on sale now for 30, but I got them for 50, of course. But they are on sale. Like I said, I wanted some leather, so I don't have leather shorts, but I do have this leather blazer from Quince that I'm hoping will work. If not, I will just use a bigger blazer. We shall see. And then, of course, I have Stuart Weitzman over-the-knee boots that I have showed you several times now that I got on a big sale. And then from there, I could pair it with a black purse. I could pair it with a brown purse, pretty much anything. So let's see if this works out. So you can see the similarities in this outfit, though it is different. You see I have the culottes. You see I have the over-the-knee boots. I love the fact that you can't see any skin. That's probably my favorite thing about wearing over-the-knee boots and culottes. And because I didn't have leather culottes or leather shorts, I brought in the leather with this blazer, and I think it works. I decided to go with my Demilia bag because I love this bag. They still make this bag, but I don't know if they make it in this brown croc, which is devastating, but it's beautiful. I decided to pair it with a gold big chunky necklace because I really think that this outfit needed it. Use my D.E.T. I did buy something new, but I bought these culottes not to recreate this outfit, just because I needed them and they were on major sale. This one was much different in that I had to switch up the elements a bit. The leather blazer and different colors. It's not an exact match, but like I said, we want it to fit more our personality and work within our wardrobe. Not an exact match, but it still works well for me. So that's my little remake of a few outfits. Like I said, I know we haven't done this in a long time because it takes a while to do it the other way. And hopefully I'm able to do this more often. I know some of you guys like it the other way. Just give me some time to work everything out. Last video, we made a new recipe. The video before that, we talked about the vibe and we had a letter from the editor. And those things will happen monthly, once or twice a month on Simply Kura. But this video, we are introducing beauty, and we are going to talk about not only new products and my beauty routine, but how the ritual of beauty is kind of in the art of becoming. Before serums and science, beauty began as a ritual, a devotion passed through hands, through time, through the art of adornment. Across deserts, mountains, and seas, each culture found its own way to glow. In Egypt, beauty was power. Cleopatra bathed in milk and honey, softened by the sun, and scented with myrrh. Kohl-lined eyes didn't just allure, they protected, reflecting light and legacy. In India, beauty was sacred. Turmeric and sandalwood, blended with coconut oil, warmed between the palms, a ritual of love, care, and connection. The skin was a canvas for balance, body, and spirit intertwined. In Japan, beauty was discipline, rice water, camellia oil, and matcha tea. Each act a quiet pursuit of perfection, a harmony between ritual and restraint, between purity and purpose. In Greece, beauty was philosophy, olive oil, honey, and herbs, the ingredients of everyday divinity. They believed radiance came not from excess, but from nature's own simplicity. In West Africa, beauty was inheritance, shea butter, clay, and henna, crafted by hand, shared by generations, a reminder that beauty is something you build, not buy. In China, beauty was balance. Jade tools, pearl powder, lotus tea, each gesture a meditation in motion. These ancient rituals remind us that beauty was never about vanity, it was about reverence. A quiet conversation between women and the world, between who we are and who we will always be. Beauty isn't about arriving, it's about becoming. I believe beauty is more than the products we wear. It's a ritual, a practice, a quiet devotion to ourselves. Yes, on Simply Cura, we will explore the serums, the fragrances, the scents, the new launches, and the innovations shaping the future of beauty. But more than that, true beauty lives in balance between what's current and what's personal, between what's trending and what feels authentic. Here, modern technology meets timeless practice. Everyone is invited to define beauty on their own terms. This is the art of becoming, a series exploring how we evolve through our rituals, our reflections, and the way we choose to care for ourselves. Hey girl, hey! It is still 80 something degrees today in New York City, and I am not pushing the issue. If it's gonna stay 80, I'm gonna continue to wear my little summer clothes and just enjoy the heat until it goes away. I feel like we're going back and forth, transitional time. Some days it's 80, sometimes it's 60, 70, but right now and yesterday it is beautiful and 80 degrees, and I'm not gonna complain about it. Again, as usual, you've seen me in this spot. My husband is in the camera store buying a new lens. When I'm telling you guys, he is always buying and getting something, and I actually really appreciate it because it is for my YouTube and it's for my Instagram. It's really for me, so I appreciate him. I'm making fun of him, but I really appreciate him putting in the effort to help me make my content better. Speaking of how great my husband is, last night we went out to dinner at, I think the place is called Queensland. He came home one day and said that he's very proud of me and my Jimmy Choo collaboration, and he wanted to celebrate it. So he made a reservation for this place that we wanted to try, and it was absolutely fantastic. Husband and I actually have a ongoing list of restaurants that we want to visit. Unfortunately, the list keeps getting longer and longer, especially because we like to go back to the places that we absolutely love. This is one of those places that we will be back to. The ambiance was good. The food was good. I had salmon on a bed of creamed spinach. We had Brussels sprouts. We had mashed potatoes. And my husband had some of the best mushroom risotto that I've tasted so far in New York City. It was overall a great experience, and we will definitely be back. It's funny when I think about how my husband is my favorite person, but he's also the person that gets my nerves the most. I mean, he's just an amazing man, but also drives me nuts. anybody else's husband or significant other. I don't understand it. The person I want to be around the most also drives me crazy the most. It's insane. But he was absolutely amazing for doing that for me. It's funny, he is my number one fan, and it's just, I don't know, it's great. Between him, my mom, my brother, my dad, my cousins too, because my cousins repost my stuff. I'm very grateful for having a supportive family. I know a lot of people, when they do social media, they say things like their family, like their family doesn't support them. Mine does. They don't get it. but they support them. Like I told the family chat that I was working with Jimmy Choo, and they didn't know who that is, but you know what they did? They went and they supported the post. Anyway, I am grateful in that regard. After my husband gets the lens that he's looking for, we're going to head up to a museum. There's so many exhibits. It's like art time right now. It's art season. There's so many exhibits that I want to see, and hopefully I'm going to see as many as I can. But we're going to head uptown to the, I can't remember the name of the museum. I put it on the screen. I can't remember right now. The Museum of Art and Design. The Museum of Art and Design. Because there's a few things that I wanted to see. I know they had a Jonathan Adler. They had a few things. So we're going to go up there and see it. And then, yeah, we have to get something to eat because I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving. That's another thing. I went from eating not the best things and overeating to being so busy and forgetting to eat, and neither one is good. I have to stay on that and remember to nourish my body, right? Because it's important to eat. Just not eating is not okay. So it's late. We're gonna go do that, and hopefully this all works out, and I will talk to you in a moment. The main reason why I wanted to come and visit this museum was because of this. As soon as the elevator opened, I and we were greeted with the most beautiful jewelry and dresses and headpieces. This was just absolutely stunning. They had jewelry that was worn in Black Panther. They even had the full costume. It's very interesting because they took pieces from different cultures to put this costume together. It was some Native American, some African, and I believe some Japanese, which I think is amazing. So much to say about this exhibit and not enough time to talk about it in this vlog, but if you do have a chance, I would definitely go and visit. It was absolutely breathtaking. And then we went upstairs to the Jonathan Adler exhibit, and I used to be a huge fan. When I was younger and I first discovered Jonathan Adler, I was convinced by the time I was my age, my whole house was going to be covered in Jonathan Adler everything. Obviously, I was wrong. I do appreciate his homeware. It's very niche, right? In a time where everything's very basic and beige, these pieces stand out and would definitely make your home different than what we are seeing now. Hey girl, hey. So this is just really a quick check-in. Not a lot happened in this week's vlog, but I do want to check in with you all because there have been a lot of changes here to the videos, and I want to check in to see how you're feeling about them, but also to ask you what you would like to see. Goal here is to keep this channel fresh and to keep it interesting, but I also realize that there are segments and things that people like about it that they don't want to see change. I will say that the recreating of outfits is a fabulous thing that I know a lot of people like, but I can't do that every week. It takes up so much time to do the recreating outfits the way I did it before that I had no time for anything else, no time for any other platform. And I was working on those videos for hours and hours a day. Now, mind you, I'm still working on these videos for a long time, but just not as long as that. So maybe if that's something that you really want to see, let me know in the comments. I will try to do it maybe once a month, but I can't explain to you how much time that actually took. And when I look at my Instagram, my other platforms, I have really neglected those platforms because I put so much time into YouTube and I'm not growing on YouTube. So I need to be able to put my time and effort into some place that I can grow, but also continue to nourish this channel, even if it doesn't necessarily grow to what I want it to grow to. So let me know what you think about that, what you would like to see, and how you are honestly feeling about the changes. The points I have been trying to make with this channel is that fashion and style is so much more than just clothes. There are direct links to fashion and beauty, which I'm sure you can see. There's also direct links to fashion and food. There's direct link to fashion and the state of the economy. It's not just buying clothes and styling them, even though that's probably my favorite part. So I feel like me hitting different parts of the food and the beauty and that type of thing really plays into this channel and what I've been trying to do. But again, realize everybody doesn't get it. Would be the reason why I'm growing so slowly, or I'm not growing at all really anymore. And I have to kind of work around that and try to be, I don't want to say a little more palatable. I don't want to say that, but I do need to reach a wider audience. So some things have changed, and I'm still trying to figure out how to tweak it a little bit. So let me know your thoughts on the new segment. And yeah, I even thought about, and you guys tell me what you think, I even thought about going back to not having segments, even though I love having segments. I just don't think that everybody gets it or appreciates it. And that's fine, because there's nobody else really doing that. But I feel like in my effort to do something so different that I went to left. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to talk to you face to face, kind of check in. And like I said, not much happened in this video, but since I wasn't here last weekend, I wanted to just get some FaceTime. So anyway, I'm talking too much. I know you'd rather see the fabulous fashion finds. So I will see you next week in next week's vlog with hopefully a meteor vlog. So I woke up one morning this week and it was 48 degrees, which reminded me that coat season is on its way. And as we all know, during the winter, your outerwear is, the easier it is to get dressed. So I found this on ASOS and I thought that it was really cute. The high neck is something that's very much on trend right now, but also really chic. I love it. The green, this beautiful color, I think is fabulous. It will go with so many things. It looks fluffy, it looks comfortable. I even like the way they styled it with this dark denim. It also comes in gray if this is not your favorite color. While it is still fall and, you know, we could get away with wearing just a nice sweater, I felt like this sweater cardigan dress is a fabulous option. It could be worn how they styled it over here with the denim, but it could also be worn buttoned up, worn just as a dress, maybe with a pair of boots and then a belt, and then if you have to during the winter, obviously put a coat on. But I feel like this could be an easy piece because the whole thing is an outfit. That's why I love dresses. And if you're not aware, velvet is supposed to be a big thing this cold season, and I think this would be fabulous for going out and all the Christmas and the Hanukkah and the Kwanzaa parties that we will be going to, right? I actually have this in a cream color, so I can tell you that it's really good. But having it in velvet just makes it more fall appropriate, fall winter appropriate. So the collar on this is fantastic. The collar is absolutely fantastic. It comes in, I believe, a third color, maybe green. I don't remember. Of course, it will be in the description box. But the collar is insane. Nothing like a statement collar, especially right now since it's so on trend. And this is, I love this. I think the collar is the best part of that. And then I follow this woman on social media. Her name is Aurelia. I have been looking at the sweater that she had on. She's on the left-hand side. The color is chef's kiss. It just, again, the collar is absolutely stunning in my opinion. Now, the sweater is not cheap, okay? But there are some options. I would maybe consider buying it, but it didn't have my size. So maybe that's a good thing. But something that I found that's very similar and much cheaper is at H&M. And I do believe that this is wool and cotton. I don't remember, but again, I'll put it in the description box. But a very similar high collar, a very similar slouchy vibe. I think it looks very, very close for a fraction of the price. I think the one she's wearing is over $400 and this is $169. I have really been looking to get into good knitwear because I'm switching out a lot of my acrylic knitwear for some nice wool and cashmere and the like. So we'll talk about that later, but I think this is a fabulous, fabulous option. And then, I told you guys that fur is going to be big and it's going to be everywhere, and I love it because I'm such a fur lover. This coat is so me. Brown, me, check. Fur, check, me also. And then this long wool, I love this, and I'm really thinking about buying this. Oh man, I really like this. This is from Anthropologie. Sorry, this is from Anthropologie. Imagine wearing this with just some jeans. It doesn't have to be dressed up, but with some jeans, maybe my diamond studs or some gold hoops. Oh, I just love this. I love the fall, you guys. Have I said that? And this is very similar. This is from Zara. I do love that it's black as opposed to the last one is brown, but I already have so many black coats and I feel like the brown would be a better option for me, specifically because it's not always easy to find brown options, and I'm trying to justify this, okay? I'm trying to justify it. But either way, this is absolutely beautiful. I will leave it in the description box if you are interested. It's coat season. So excited about that. Then if fur on your coat is not something you like, but you do like fur, this bag is from The Gap. It's very trendy, really cute. It's actually 40% off of $70 right now, so I'm hoping that when this video is live on Sunday, it's also 40% off. Of course, I will leave it in the description box. I don't know if they have any other colors. I'm not sure. I do know that brown will go with so much, pretty much anything. And I also know that it is the color of the season. So if you want to spare a few dollars just to be a little trendy, or I think this would be cute for a teenager too, I'll leave it in the description box. And if you want to spend a little more money, Banana Republic will take your money. This coat is, I believe, wool and cashmere, and absolutely stunning. This blue is so vibrant, and it's always nice to have at least one winter coat or one coat that has a little color just to brighten up the day. Winter gets a little dreary, but you put on a nice beautiful bright coat, go out into the cold, it just makes you feel better. Color just makes people feel better, you know what I mean? So yes, and then of course they have the standard colors. They also have black, and they have this beautiful camel color. but I actually would love to go in store and touch and feel these to see if these are great quality. So anyway, you guys, that's this week's Fabulous Fashion Finds. A lot of outerwear. I was kind of on an outerwear thing this week. I kind of been obsessed with looking for a few things, and I have so much more that I want to show you and I want to buy. I will see you in next week's video. So we did a lot in today's video. I recreated some looks from what I have in my closet. I'm still tweaking that, working that out. We also talked about how beauty is a ritual and it's more than just what you buy. Even though buying things is something that I love, it is more than just buying the new lipstick. And we'll get more into that later while we buy new lipstick. Then I briefly talked about following me on Instagram and trying to grow over there. Took you to a new restaurant, which we absolutely love. The fish was to die for. The risotto was one of my favorites. And we talked a lot about how things are going to change or have been changing already around here. I would love to know your opinions. But until then, thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my next video.